In this video, I'm going to go through about 5 or 7 different things that are really important for you to consider, specifically in your 50s and 60s. And the reason you should care as to what I'm saying is I'm Ryan, I'm a chartered financial planner. I've been doing this for about a decade. I literally have meetings every single day that are intrusive, highly personal about people's current situations, their history, and things that they want to happen in their life with the time they have left. The first one is stop spending time with people who don't uplift you, that bring negative energy in your life. We all have friends like that we feel guilty if we stop responding to them. But it's really important, especially when you're in your 50s and 60s, to stop spending time with those negative people. And most people don't actually realize they're being negative. So call them out on it. I know it's an awkward conversation, but call them out on it because they may just be going through the ebb and flow without actually consciously thinking about what they're talking about. I've got a friend who's highly politically charged with all the wrong opinions about things. And whilst I love him, I've called him out on it a couple of times. And now we just do not talk about politics. So when we spend time together, we don't talk about politics. We talk about everything else, but it makes our conversations so much better. And I don't go away thinking he's an absolute loony, which he still is. And I still love him. He's been a friend for years. But I think it's important that when you are in those really important, that journey of your life, to think about the time you're spending with people that don't bring positive energy to you. And the second thing is, which leads nicely on to, is stop taking your time for granted. One of the important things, it's a bit of a rephrasing here, is that there's a podcast that I watched, and the guy was talking about how meaningful time is and how little of it we have left. And the key thing there was that this guy says he sees his parents once, maybe twice a year. His parents are 75. And the guest said, if your parents lived to 85, so another 10 years, and you see them twice a year, you only have 20 more times to see your parents, the ones that made you, that raised you, that are the most meaningful people in your life. And I can guarantee you that you spend more time with coworkers who you hate, but only 20 more times will you see your parents that you absolutely love, that mean everything to you. And I think that's a very important phrasing when we look at our life in our 50s and 60s and 70s and beyond, about how we spend that. And prioritizing your health so you have more time, meaningful time where you can remain mobile, is extremely important. The muscle mass on your body, your vision, your everything starts to decline from about 35, 40 realistically for most people. So you can maintain your health if you just work on it every week and just do these things. The other thing is to stop living with regret. This is a really tough one, and I'm in my early 30s. I've got enough regrets as it is, genuinely. But I can't imagine what it's like when I get to my 50s and 60s, how many regrets for things I've done and things I haven't done yet, or things I wish I'd done. So it's a tough one, and it's not an easy conversation. And I hear it a lot, especially from people that are moving into care homes that have lots of regrets. Don't let that be you. I think you should really think about and forgive yourself for the things that have happened in your history. Like, that's the past now. All that matters is moving forwards. There may be an old friend, an old loved one, whoever it may be. Just send them a text. Be the bigger person, or not even be the bigger person. Just be more genuine, be human, and forgive them, and potentially forget some of them if they wronged you, and keep moving forwards. Your life is too short to waste your time on these people. One of the most powerful things that I do with clients that are in retirement, especially when they're in their 60s, is we work out how many months they have left to live, which is pretty brutal. So if you're 60, let's say you're 65, you're going to live to maybe, let's just say 85, you've got 20 years left. We just do 20 times 12, how many months are in a year? It's not really hard maths. And every single month we jot down on something that they're going to work on, or they think is really important to them, or something they wish they'd done when they were younger. I've got a client who's 82, and he's massively into crypto, and he's playing it for the long game. And whilst crypto's taken a dive in the last year and a bit, it's gone down like 43%. He still wants to keep learning about investments, about that type of world. And then I've got another client who's picking up cycling for the first time, another client who's picking up yoga, another one who's learning chess. He knows he's not going to be a grandmaster. He doesn't care about that. He's just always been curious about it. And I got a client that I actually taught how to solve a Rubik's Cube last week. And that took us like 20 minutes, but it's something they've always wanted to do or understand. And so prioritize your time because it is too short. And that's really it. The other thing that is really important is stop shying away from technology. I get a lot of clients that love technology that are in their later life, and it's such a helpful tool. It's not scary. You can't break it. Really learn, because if you're in your 60s and you're against technology, you're going to be against technology for the next 20 years. And it's time to start learning how to use technology now, how to use your phone, how to use a laptop. And I assure you, it'll bring so much more joy to your life, being able to have different ways of communicating to people and different ways of doing things that will make your life much simpler and much more meaningful to give you more time. And that's all technology is. It's just a tool. So thank you for watching my video, and I will see you in the next one.